Let's start with next topic, water. A major part of all living organisms is made up of water. Human body contains 65 to 70% water, and some of the plants like watermelon contains around 95% water. It's a solvent of great importance because it can dissolve large number of compounds, both covalent, polar covalent as well as ionic compounds. Estimated word supply, oceans are 97.33% of water. Others are source, polar ice is 2.04%. Others are minor sources of water. Rivers are very small sources of water. The major source of water is ocean. Physical properties of water, it's colorless, odorless and tasteless liquid. The unusual properties of water are due in liquid and solid state are due to presence of extensive hydrogen bonding between water molecules. This leads to high freezing point, high boiling point, high heat of vaporization and high heat of fusion as compared to other members of group 16, H2S, H2SC, H2TE and H2PO. In comparison to other liquids, water has a high specific heat, thermal conductivity, surface tension, dipole moment, as well as dielectric constant, which measures the polarity. And due to these constants, it's highly polar and used as universal solvent. Heavy water is the most important form of water. When ordinary water contains only 0.016% of heavy water or heavy hydrogen. When ordinary hydrogen is subjected to electrolysis, hydrogen evolves first because it's lighter and deuterium accumulates in the remaining water. If the electrolysis is carried out 30 times, there occurs a concentration of D2O in the electrolytic cell. The electrolysis of 2311 liters of ordinary water gives only 82 ml of 99% D2O or heavy water. So electrolysis of 99% D2O gives deuterium as cathode. Heavy water is used as a moderator and coolant in the nuclear reactor. Deuterium and tritium are used as tracer in the study of mechanism of the reactions. That is, in the reactions, which bonds are broken can be studied by isotopic effect, that ordinary hydrogen is substituted with heavy hydrogen and rate of the reaction is studied. If it is affected, it means CH bond is broken during the reaction. So this helps in determining the mechanism of the reaction. It is extensively used as moderator in nuclear reactors. That is, it slows down the speed of neutron which are bombarding uranium-235 in nuclear reactor. And in exchange reactions for the study of reaction mechanisms in which isotopic effect is studied, it can be prepared by exhaustive electrolysis, that is 30-time electrolysis of water, or as a byproduct in some fertilizer industry, that is hydrogen is obtained in electrolysis of water can be used for fertilizer industry. Therefore, heavy water plants should be near the fertilizer industry so that ordinary hydrogen can be used. It is used for preparation of deuterium compounds. For example, calcium carbide when reacts with heavy water, it gives heavy acetylene, C2D2, deuteroacetylene plus calcium deuteroxide. SO3 dissolves in heavy water to form deuterium sulfate or heavy sulfuric acid. Aluminium carbide when reacts with 12 moles of D2O, it gives deuteromethane plus aluminium deuteroxide. Same way magnesium nitride, if reacts with 6 D2O, it gives magnesium deuteroxide and 2 moles of deuteroammonia. Physical properties of water and D2O. Molecular mass of D2O is 20, ordinary water is 18. Melting point 273, heavy water 276.8. Boiling point of D2O is higher. And even enthalpy of formation of D2O is lower, enthalpy of vaporization is higher, enthalpy of fusion for ordinary water is 6.01 and value for D2O is temperature of maximum density is 276.98, that is around 4 degrees centigrade for ordinary water and 11.2 degrees centigrade for heavy water. Density is higher, viscosity is higher, dielectric constant is lower, electrical conductivity is also slightly lower, Ka is also lower, acid dissociation constant. The high heat of vaporization and heat capacity are responsible for moderation of climate and body temperature of living beings. It's an excellent solvent for transportation of ions and molecules required for plants and animal metabolism. That's why water is most important for our body. It maintains our body temperature and helps in transport of nutrients from one part of the body to another, and it also helps in metabolism. Let's take up structure of water molecules. In the gas phase, water is bent molecule with a bond angle of 104.5. Oxygen is sp3 hybridized and bond length is 95.7 picometer. It's a highly polar molecule due to the large difference in electronegativity between oxygen and hydrogen. Oxygen is the second most electronegative atom, so its electronegativity Mulliken scale is 3.5, hydrogen is 2.1. So due to this large difference in electronegativity, it is polar. Bond angle is 104.5, bond length is 95.7 picometer. This is the representation of polar molecule of water or dipoles of water. This is the positive end, this is negative end. Each water molecules can form 4 hydrogen bonds. This is orbital overlap diagram of water molecules. Each are sp3 hybridized and they are overlapping with hydrogen to form water molecules which has bent shape. The crystalline form of water is called ice. At atmospheric pressure, ice crystallizes in hexagonal form, but at very low temperature, it condenses to cubic form as we have seen in the refrigerators. Density of ice is less than that of water, therefore an ice cube floats on water. Structure of ice. Ice has highly ordered 3-dimensional hydrogen bonded structure and each oxygen atom is surrounded tetrahedrally by 4 other oxygen atom and bond distance is 276 picometer. This is the open cage structure of the ice in which each water molecule is tetrahedrally bonded, but there is a lot of empty spaces. That's why its volume is more and density is less. Up to 4 degrees centigrade, the hydrogen bond breaks and water molecules become closer to each other and density keeps on increasing till 4 degrees centigrade. But after 4 degrees centigrade, thermal motion of molecule increases, volume increases, expansion takes place and density decreases after 4 degrees centigrade. That's why the water has maximum density at 4 degrees centigrade. Chemical properties of water. Amphoteric nature, it is behaved like acid as well as base in different circumstances. If it reacts with base, it acts as acid. So OH ion is a conjugate base of water and ammonium ion is conjugate acid of ammonia. Water when reacts with H2S, which is acidic in nature, so hydronium ion is conjugate acid of water, whereas H2S acts as acid and HS minus is the conjugate base of H2S. So this shows that water can act as acid as well as base. Autoprotolysis, that water plus water gives hydronium ion and OH ion. This is shown in this. Water plus water gives hydronium ion and OH ion. This is acid 1, this is acid 2, this is base 2 and this is base 2 and acid 2, this is acid 1 and base 1. So OH ion is conjugate base of water and hydronium ion is conjugate acid of water. Redox reaction involving water. Water can be easily reduced to dihydrogen by highly electropositive metals. 2 water plus 2 sodium gives you 2 NaOH plus hydrogen gas. Sodium is acting as reducing agent which is removing oxygen from water and liberating hydrogen gas. Na2O is dissolved in water forming sodium hydroxide. So it's a redox reaction. It's a great source of hydrogen. Water is a great source of hydrogen. Water is oxidized to oxygen during photosynthesis. Carbon dioxide and water reacts in presence of sunlight and chlorophyll to form glucose plus water plus oxygen is liberated. With fluorine also, oxygen is liberated. We get 4HF in the ionic state in aqueous solution plus oxygen is formed. It shows fluorine is better oxidizing agent than oxygen. So it can oxidize cold water to oxygen and hot water to ozone. Hydrolysis reaction. Due to high dielectric constant, which is due to high polarity, it has strong hydrating tendency, that is, it surrounds the ions present in aqueous solution. That is the why it can dissolve large number of ionic compounds. However, certain covalent compounds, particularly polar covalent compounds, are hydrolyzed and ionic compounds also are hydrolyzed by water. P4O10 when hydrolyzed by water it gives phosphoric acid. SiCl4 when hydrolyzed by water it gives silicon dioxide plus 4HCl. Silicon dioxide if further dissolved in hot water it will give silicic acid. All nitrite ions get hydrolyzed by water forming ammonia and hydroxides. Next we have hydrate formation. From aqueous solutions many salts can be crystallized as hydrated salt in which water molecules are most of the water molecules are coordinate bonded to the central metal atom or ion. For example, here 6 water molecules are forming coordinate bond with chromium plus 3 ion, and these are counter ions which are neutralizing the charge on the complex ion. So here all water molecules are coordinate bonded. Interstitial water in barium chloride into 2H2O, this water molecules enter the interstitial or voids present in the crystal atoms of barium chloride. Hydrogen bonded water in copper sulfate into 5H2O. This has been asked in IIT. 4 water molecules out of 5 are coordinate bonded in this complex ion, which is attracted with the sulfate ions. One water molecule is hydrogen bonded. So this particular complex compound has got all type of bonds, ionic bonds, covalent bonds, coordinate bonds, as well as hydrogen bonds. How many hydrogen bonded water molecules are associated in CuSO4 into 5H2O? 4 molecules are coordinate bonded and 1 molecule is hydrogen bonded, which is outside in the bracket. 4 molecules have coordinate bond with copper ion inside the complex ion, and 1 molecule of water is outside which forms hydrogen bond with the sulfate ion.